Top 10 female weaknesses each man must know. In this video, I'll be uncovering the hidden vulnerabilities that women often keep private, worried that revealing them might make them appear weak to you. By understanding these vulnerabilities, you can gain a surprising edge in winning them over. Let's get started. First weakness: the reliable man. Women are strongly attracted to a man whose actions align with his words. They are often drawn to those who speak less but deliver more, and here's why: fewer promises are easier to keep. Women appreciate actions over mere words, so it's important that your deeds support what you say. For instance, if you want to present yourself as a high-value man, let your actions speak for themselves. Introduce her to your female friends, post pictures with them on social media, and let this subtly convey your appeal and social status. Second weakness: the self-assured man. Confidence is highly appealing to women. They are instinctively attracted to a man who displays self-confidence because it contrasts with their own insecurities. To show confidence, speak assertively, avoid filler words, and listen more than you speak. This not only makes her feel valued but also creates an air of mystery, making her more interested in interacting with you. Also, don't hesitate to say no. It shows that you're not easily swayed, which boosts her respect and attraction towards you. Stay tuned until the end of the video, as the final weakness I'll discuss is one you can leverage effortlessly to draw her closer to you. Weakness 3: the driven man. Women are significantly attracted to men with strong ambitions, those who refuse to settle for the ordinary. An ambitious man, whether he's launching a new venture or tackling a challenging project, projects leadership and determination, qualities that are immensely appealing. Weakness 4: the intriguing bad boy. There's a magnetic pull to the enigmatic bad boy that women often find irresistible. They're captivated by the emotional highs and lows he brings, which can lead to obsession. To embody this persona, you might consider being somewhat self-focused, taking charge of the relationship, and keeping your motives somewhat vague. While fully adopting a bad boy lifestyle isn't advisable, incorporating traits like unpredictability and delaying commitments can make you more fascinating and desirable. Weakness 5: being aloof. Women crave attention and are often driven by competition. When you give her the cold shoulder, you challenge her pride and make her question why she's not receiving your attention like others. To use this to your advantage, treat her like you would anyone else, stay relaxed around her, and maintain a hint of detachment when you're apart. This approach can make her strive harder for your attention, potentially increasing her attraction to you. Weakness 6: the charming womanizer. Women are often irresistibly drawn to men who are admired by other women, a phenomenon known as pre-selection. To capitalize on this, surround yourself with female friends, even if there's no romantic interest involved. This creates an aura of desirability, making you more attractive in her eyes. The key is to demonstrate that other women find you appealing, which will naturally enhance your status in her perception. Weakness 7: the well-groomed man. Research from Brazil shows that women are particularly sensitive to scents, making them more attracted to men who smell pleasant. To leverage this, focus on your grooming routine, use a fragrant shampoo, keep your breath fresh, and opt for a subtle yet enduring cologne. A well-scented man shows attention to detail and self-care traits that women find incredibly attractive. Weakness 8: the masculine man. Women are drawn to men who exhibit strong masculinity, characterized by physical strength, a deep voice, and emotional self-reliance. These men are natural leaders who don't seek validation from others. To embody this, engage in physical activities, develop leadership qualities, and maintain your independence. This combination projects an image of strength and stability, qualities that women find deeply appealing. Weakness 9: the fervent man. In contrast to the stoic, reserved man, the fervent man captures women's attention through his intense passion for what he loves. His enthusiasm is contagious, making him incredibly appealing. To tap into this, immerse yourself in a subject or project that excites you and discuss it with genuine enthusiasm. Observe her reactions and adjust your approach to keep her interested. When you express genuine passion about something important to you, it fosters admiration and a deep emotional connection. Weakness 10: the emotionally insightful man. Women are inherently emotional, and a man who grasps and manages his own emotions stands out. Emotionally insightful men have a distinct advantage because they connect with women on a profound and meaningful level. To cultivate this trait, listen carefully, read her body language, and offer support without always attempting to solve her problems. Creating memorable experiences together also helps to strengthen your bond. By being someone she can depend on for emotional support, you make yourself extremely attractive with minimal effort. Join our community of men who grasp and utilize female psychology by subscribing to this channel. If you're here, you're already on the right track. Like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't miss our upcoming video on how to recognize signs of interest from a woman. Stay tuned and become a master of female psychology. Want to capture a heart? Ditch everything you've been told. The traditional approach to attracting women isn't working. You need to shift the dynamic so she's the one pursuing you, not the other way around. If you're the one chasing her, she won't come to you on her own. Instead, you need to position yourself as a magnet that naturally attracts women. This approach is the key to making any woman, no matter who she is, fall for you. How do you achieve that? That's exactly what we're exploring in this video. Welcome to our series on attracting women. In this episode, we'll delve into a woman's mindset to uncover what she truly seeks. The cornerstone of dating success is understanding attraction. Knowing how attraction operates is absolutely vital. Without this insight, navigating the dating world will be challenging. Women often base their decisions on emotions rather than logic, responding to the feelings a person or situation stirs in them. Therefore, attraction isn't something they consciously control. It's an instinctive reaction to certain male behaviors. You can't make a woman attracted to you by simply listing your best traits on a PowerPoint slide. Instead, you need to naturally embody these qualities through your actions and personality. Before we dive deeper, let's clarify two key points. Women don't control who they're attracted to. Women don't control who they're not attracted to. Attraction operates on a subconscious level, beyond their conscious control. So, let's examine the types of men women are naturally drawn to. The man who isn't easily accessible. Picture yourself browsing in a store and spotting a sleek, high-tech TV. You weren't planning to buy anything, but out of curiosity, you ask the salesperson about it. The salesperson tells you it's sold out, and suddenly this TV becomes incredibly desirable. When the salesperson later informs you that they found one more in the back, albeit at a higher price, you're eager to get it. What happened? The TV's perceived unattainability increased its desirability. Women's attraction works similarly. Men who are hard to get are like those coveted, limited edition items. They become irresistible. Unavailability enhances a man's value, making him more attractive. So, being that rare, sought-after guy in the dating world is definitely advantageous. The committed man. Curiously, a man who is in a relationship, engaged, or married often becomes even more attractive. It might seem odd, but attraction operates in mysterious ways. The less attainable the prize, the more desirable it becomes. When a man is already taken, his appeal can surge, much like the last piece of pizza that everyone suddenly craves. The man who attracts other women. Picture this: you're strolling down the street and notice a crowd gathered around an unremarkable box. There's nothing particularly special about the box itself, but the crowd's focus makes you curious. Similarly, when a man is surrounded by women, he becomes more intriguing to others. It's as if a spotlight has been cast on him, making other women wonder, what's so special about him that all these women are interested? This curiosity acts like a powerful magnet, drawing even more women towards him. In essence, being popular with women increases your attractiveness even more. It's a surefire crowd puller strategy. The unpredictable man. Consistency can lead to boredom, so being unpredictable can spark interest. Most men approach women in a very predictable way, making their intentions clear. This straightforwardness can quickly become dull, as women can easily anticipate the outcome. Attractive women, in particular, are accustomed to this routine approach. However, when a man is unpredictable, he stands out and captures their attention. For instance, imagine you're conversing with a beautiful woman, and instead of the usual compliments, you say something unexpected like, "I like you, but I'm not sure if we'd get along. I don't think you can handle me." This surprise statement disrupts her expectations and intrigues her. She might think, "Wait, he's saying I can't handle him. What's that about? He's different from other guys. I need to find out more." This unexpected twist engages her emotions and increases her attraction. Being unpredictable is definitely a game changer. The high-value man. Lastly, let's discuss the high-value man. Just as antiques can be incredibly valuable despite their lack of practical use, a high-value man can be extremely attractive even if he's not conventionally perfect. Antiques are valued not for their functionality but for their perceived worth. Similarly, a man is seen as high value if a woman perceives him as more important than herself. To cultivate this perception, consider these key points. A high-value man doesn't strive to impress women merely for validation. He doesn't seek attention or approval from women. He doesn't elevate a woman just because she's attractive. He doesn't settle for less and prioritizes his own life and passions. He's prepared to walk away if his principles are compromised. He makes women earn his attention rather than giving it freely. He has options and isn't desperate to settle. Instead of adapting to a woman's world, he invites her into his. Above all, a high-value man never chases women. By embodying these traits, you'll naturally be seen as high value, and women will be drawn to you. We'll delve deeper into these concepts throughout this series. For now, these are the fundamentals. If you want more from this series, let me know in the comments and share the challenges you're facing so I can address them. If you haven't seen the first video yet, be sure to check it out. Don't forget to subscribe, and your support is greatly appreciated. The science of attracting women so you're having trouble catching the attention of girls. Don't worry, I've got you covered with some insights from science and psychology. I'm here to help you channel your inner male Regina George. Let's dive in. Lesson 1: The Scarcity Principle. Psychologist Dr. Robert Cialdini, in his renowned book, explained that we tend to value opportunities more when they are scarce. This concept is frequently used in marketing and explains why billionaires opt for a rare, slow car over a high-speed, mass-produced one. It's also why you've heard the saying, "Nice guys finish last," and why it often seems true. It's not that women dislike nice guys, it's just that nice guys tend to make themselves too available, while indifferent guys appear more valuable. Their limited availability creates the illusion of exclusivity. Here's the twist: you don't have to be a jerk to create this scarcity effect. In fact, a nice guy who knows how to make himself less accessible is way more appealing. How do you do it? Imagine you're at a party, and you spot a girl you like, surrounded by guys competing for her attention. It might seem like a losing game, but this is your moment to stand out. Casually walk over, say a friendly hi in passing, and then move on. Go chat with a friend, bonus points if that friend is another girl. By doing this, you're signaling that you're not desperate for her attention. You've made yourself a rare opportunity, someone worth chasing before they slip away. Lesson 2: The Gain-Loss Theory. Building on scarcity. The gain-loss theory of attraction offers more insight into why nice guys sometimes finish last. In a fascinating study, college students participated in one-on-one meetings, and afterward, they overheard the experimenters' feedback on them. The feedback was either entirely positive, entirely negative, started negative but became positive, or started positive and became negative. When asked later how much they liked the experimenter, the students weren't surprisingly drawn to those who offered all positive feedback. However, they were even more attracted to the experimenter whose feedback started off negative but later turned positive. This shows that winning someone over after a rocky start feels far more rewarding than being liked from the get-go. When applying this strategy with a girl, it's important to tread carefully. Subtly signaling that she didn't leave a great first impression without coming across as rude can be tricky. Your tone and body language are crucial here. Once she's won you over, make sure you clearly communicate that shift. If it's not obvious that you've warmed up to her, she might assume you're not interested, which could backfire and push her away. And that brings us to the next important point. Lesson 3: Proximity. While in the first lesson we discussed the importance of creating scarcity in terms of attention, It's vital to understand that scarcity doesn't apply when it comes to physical presence. A famous study at MIT on friendship formation showed that physical closeness plays a huge role in building relationships. The study found that students living closer together in a dorm were much more likely to become close friends. For example, those who lived one dorm away had a 41% chance of being listed as a close friend, compared to only 10% for those living 4 dorms away. The key takeaway: you need to be physically near the girl you're interested in. But proximity isn't just about physical location, it's also about how often you're around. You have a better chance of building a connection with someone you see for 10 minutes every day than someone you see for an hour once a week. If you don't naturally have this proximity, find ways to create it. Alter your route to cross paths with her, join a club or activity she's involved in, or find other subtle ways to see her regularly. Just be careful, there's a fine line between creating proximity and coming across as creepy. Don't cross that line. Now, let's assume you've established regular proximity and shown her that she's earned your attention. How do you maintain her positive feelings toward you? Lesson 4: The Ben Franklin Effect. Benjamin Franklin had a clever trick for getting people to like him. He'd ask them for favors. While it may seem counterintuitive, research shows that asking for small favors actually makes people like you more. A 1971 study at the University of North Carolina revealed that when people performed a kind act for someone, they tended to like that person even more. In this experiment, volunteers were instructed to either praise or criticize student actors during a task. Afterward, the volunteers rated the students' attractiveness and likability, and those who received praise were seen as more attractive and likable than those who were criticized. So, how can you apply this? Give the girl you're interested in opportunities to be kind to you. Start small, ask for the time or a minor favor. These small interactions encourage positive feelings. Drop your pen and let her pick it up, or ask for help with something simple. These little gestures build subtle moments of connection, making you more attractive in her eyes. However, all these strategies won't matter if you miss the next critical point. Lesson 5: The Appearance Factor. In 1997, researchers Morian and Blum made an interesting discovery. They conducted a study where they asked 117 college students to rate the attractiveness of 76 photos of the opposite sex. Surprisingly, the study revealed that the most attractive features weren't genetic but were things within your control, like good posture, proper grooming, well-fitting clothes, a positive attitude, and maintaining a healthy weight. Let that sink in. The most appealing traits are not determined by genetics. By making small efforts, exercising regularly, standing tall with your shoulders back, paying attention to hygiene, wearing clothes that fit you well, and smiling, you can dramatically boost your attractiveness. You might be doing everything else right, but if you let your appearance slide, she won't take an interest. Now, let's move on to the final lesson. Lesson 6: Luck and Chemistry. Attraction, in some cases, boils down to something beyond your control: genetic compatibility. This is where neurobiology comes into play. 2 crucial factors heavily influence long-term attraction, and these can sometimes outweigh everything else. The first factor is your sense of smell. Our noses pick up on pheromones, which carry genetic signals and can provoke a physiological or emotional response when there's compatibility. But women's noses also detect MHC molecules, which are related to immune system functioning. Research has shown that women tend to be more attracted to men with MHC molecules that are different from their own, as this genetic diversity benefits potential offspring. Unfortunately, men don't have the ability to detect MHC molecules in the same way. So, even if you feel a strong connection, if your MHC molecules are too similar to hers, she might not feel the same attraction. The second key factor is the first kiss. This moment is packed with a complex exchange of chemical and sensory signals, including the scent of your breath and the taste of your mouth. It's such a pivotal moment that many women report losing interest after a bad first kiss. But if the kiss goes well, it triggers a rush of norepinephrine, which activates the fight or flight response. Your heart races, pupils dilate, and energy spikes. If everything aligns in that moment, you've created a strong connection. Now, let's uncover the secrets of female body language that signal her attraction. We'll explore 11 scientifically backed cues that indicate a woman's growing interest, plus we'll reveal the clearest sign that she's not into you so you can avoid wasting your time. Signal 11: mirroring your movements. Imagine this: you're sitting across from her at a cafe, and you casually run your hand through your hair. Moments later, she does the same. This subtle act of mirroring is one of the clearest signs of attraction. When someone mirrors your body language, it's an unconscious way of showing comfort and a desire to connect. Why is this so important? Because it's typically an involuntary reaction. Psychologically, mirroring stems from a natural human instinct to build rapport and foster connection. If she's mirroring your movements, it's a subconscious signal that she feels at ease with you and is interested in deepening the interaction. It's not just imitation, it's a strong indicator of trust, empathy, and growing connection. Another common sign of interest is when a woman plays with her hair. While it might seem like a casual gesture, it can reveal a lot about how she feels. If she's twirling or touching her hair, it's often a mix of nervous energy and a subtle attempt to make herself more appealing. Psychologically, this gesture is tied to self-awareness in the presence of someone she's drawn to. Picture this: you're sharing a laugh or having a meaningful conversation, and she starts playing with her hair. It's more than a playful habit, it's a subconscious move to draw your attention, highlighting her femininity. In essence, playing with hair can be seen as a form of grooming, a natural instinct to appear more attractive to someone she's interested in. It's a small but powerful cue that she's engaged in the moment and wants to leave a positive impression. Signal 10: playing with her hair. When a woman is attracted to someone, she may become more conscious of her appearance, often focusing on her hair as a way to subtly enhance her appeal. For example, if you compliment her and she starts running her fingers through her hair, it's more than just a casual action. It's a non-verbal acknowledgement of your words, an effort to highlight her attractiveness, and an invitation for you to take notice. This simple gesture is her way of acknowledging your attention and boosting her charm. Signal 9: clear and deliberate eye contact. Intentional eye contact is one of the most powerful signs of attraction. When she holds your gaze with clarity and focus, it communicates more than just a passing glance. This type of eye contact shows confidence, interest, and a genuine desire to connect. If you notice her locking eyes with you repeatedly, even in a group setting or a busy space, it's a deliberate attempt to create a connection and signal that you have her full attention. Signal 8: open stance. An open stance is another subtle yet significant signal. When a woman faces you with an open posture, it suggests that she's inviting interaction. This body language shows she's comfortable in your presence and receptive to further engagement. If she positions herself in your line of sight and maintains an open stance, it's a strong indication that she's interested and waiting for you to make the next move. Signal 7: entering your personal space. When a woman steps into your personal space, it's a clear sign she's interested. Personal space acts as an invisible boundary that defines our comfort zones. By moving closer to you, she's signaling a level of comfort and a desire for a deeper connection, something that goes beyond casual interaction. This gesture indicates she's willing to bridge the gap and engage more intimately. Imagine you're at a party and she starts approaching you. Pay attention to how close she gets. If she stops within 4 feet of you, she's entered your personal space. This isn't by chance, it's a deliberate move that shows her intent to connect. Being in this proximity, especially in what's called the intimate zone, suggests you've caught her interest. Conversations in this space tend to be more personal, marking a shift towards a deeper connection. Her willingness to cross this boundary is a powerful non-verbal cue of interest and comfort. Signal 6: widened nostrils. It may not be the first thing that comes to mind as a flirtatious signal, but widened nostrils can reveal a lot about how comfortable and open someone feels. Unlike more obvious body language, nostril widening is often an involuntary response. If you notice her nostrils subtly expanding around you, it's a sign that she feels at ease and comfortable in your presence, showing that she's open to connecting further. Signal 5: focusing on her lips. A sure sign of interest is when a woman draws attention to her lips during a conversation. Whether she's touching them gently or reapplying lipstick, this is her way of inviting you to notice them. This subtle focus on her lips goes beyond simple nonverbal cues. It's a flirtatious move. By highlighting her lips, she's using this suggestive feature to attract your attention, signaling romantic or physical interest. If she's trying to direct your gaze toward her lips while talking, it's a clear indication that she's looking for a more intimate connection. Signal 4. Direction of feet. Though it may seem like an unusual sign, the direction of a woman's feet can be surprisingly telling. Even if she's smiling, laughing, and seems engaged, the way her feet are positioned can reveal her true feelings. Unlike facial expressions, which can be controlled, foot direction is often an unconscious indicator of interest. If her feet are pointed directly toward you, it's a strong sign she's genuinely focused on you and engaged in the conversation. On the other hand, if her feet are angled away, even if she seems attentive, it could mean her mind is elsewhere, and her interest might not be as strong as it appears. Signal 3. Dilated pupils and sideways glance. One of the more subtle yet powerful indicators of attraction is dilated pupils and a sidelong glance. These small cues can say a lot about her level of interest. Dilated pupils, controlled by the autonomic nervous system, are a natural response to excitement or emotional engagement. If her pupils widen while you're talking, it's a strong sign that she's drawn to you. Similarly, a sideways glance can speak volumes. If she gives you a quick, sideways look, it's her discreet way of acknowledging the connection or assessing the interaction. This fleeting glance often signals flirtation and growing interest. Signal 2. Exposing the neck. One of the more telling signs of attraction is when a woman reveals her neck. This gesture signals trust and vulnerability since the neck is a delicate and unprotected area. If she tilts her head or moves her hair aside to expose her neck, it's a sign that she feels comfortable and open around you. In the animal kingdom, similar behavior indicates safety and confidence, and in human interactions it reflects the same. By exposing her neck, she's expressing that she feels secure in your presence and may be interested in deepening the connection. Signal 1. Intentional physical contact. The strongest signal of rising interest is intentional physical touch. Whether it's placing her hand on yours, letting her leg brush against yours, or hugging your arm when she's cold, these gestures show that she feels comfortable and emotionally connected with you. Physical contact like this breaks down personal barriers and suggests a deeper level of attraction. When she touches you, whether by resting her hand on yours, letting her leg graze yours, or leaning on your shoulder, it's more than just a friendly gesture. These actions signal a growing intimacy, indicating she's comfortable sharing her personal space with you. Sign of disinterest: crossed arms. On the flip side, a clear sign of disinterest is crossed arms. This nonverbal cue often suggests she's disengaged or uncomfortable. When she crosses her arms, it can mean she's not fully engaged in the conversation, or worse, that she's feeling uneasy around you. While crossed arms could simply mean she's cold, it's still not a great sign. If you notice her adopting this stance, it might be time to reconsider the situation and possibly move on. And there you have it, 11 strong body language cues that suggest she's interested, along with one crucial sign she's not. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more insights. And while you're here, check out some of our other informative videos. Thanks for watching.